You ever have that feeling that you're just spinning your wheels? You're working hard, right? Maybe you've even got two jobs, but you look at your bank account at the end of the month and you're still broke. And you keep telling yourself, okay, I'll start that business, I'll learn that skill, when things slow down. Well, let's get right into this because I've got some pretty bad news for you. Yep, that's right. Things are never going to slow down. That idea that a magical, quiet time is coming, it's a complete fantasy. See, waiting isn't a strategy. It's just a slow surrender. But what if I told you there was a way to find an extra 20 hours a week, not in some future life, but right now, inside the life you're already living? Well, there is. It's a protocol, and it's called Ghost Mode, and it is designed to change absolutely everything in just 6 months. Now, I gotta be completely honest with you here. This is not easy. Not at all. It will cost you. It's gonna cost you your comfort. It will definitely cost you your weekends, and maybe even a few of those casual friendships. But think of it this way. If you are truly sick and tired of being sick and tired, this is the price of admission. It is the non-negotiable cost to buy back your freedom. Okay, so to really get the solution, we have to be brutally honest about the problem. You're not just treading water, you're drowning. At a situation like that, it doesn't call for balance. No, it calls for a temporary, extreme, focused effort. Let's just call it a season of imbalance. Society loves to sell this beautiful idea of a balanced life. 8 hours for work, 8 for sleep, 8 for play. And hey, that math works great if you're already winning. But what if you're behind? If you're starting from zero? Then balance is just a guarantee that you'll keep losing, just more slowly. Think about it. When you're drowning, you don't look for balance. You kick, you scream, you fight for air until you get your feet on solid ground. So maybe you had a rough start, a tough background, not a lot of advantages handed to you. Good, seriously, good. Think of it like this. The bigger the monster you have to slay, the more epic the hero's story becomes. Your story requires a hero who takes extreme action, not someone who's debating which Netflix series to binge watch next. Okay, so where in the world do we find the time for all this extreme action? Well, we start with an audit. We have to figure out where your single most valuable resource, your time, is actually going. We need to find the leak that's draining your future. And I mean right now. Seriously. Stop listening for a second, pull out your phone, go into your settings, and look at your daily screen time average. I'll wait. Come on, find that number. Is it over 1 hour? So here's the hard truth. If that number is over an hour, then you are not busy. You are distracted. That little number on your screen, that represents your future, your potential, your dreams, all draining away minute by minute into algorithms and apps that couldn't care less about you. From this exact moment on, I want you to think about your time like a currency. Look, you have a wallet of dollars, and maybe it feels a little light right now, but you also have a wallet of minutes, and it is so much more valuable. Every single minute you pay to someone or something has to earn its keep. It needs to give you a return on that investment. And this means you've got to go on a strict information diet. Stop taking financial advice from people who are just as broke as you are. And this next part is tough, I get it, but you have to distance yourself from the friends who only complain and have zero ambition. It sounds harsh, I know, but for this season, you have to be selfish with your time so that one day you can be incredibly generous with your money. All right, so you've audited your time. You understand the stakes. You know what needs to be cut. Now let's get to the protocol itself. This is the tactical plan. This is how you enter ghost mode. You can't just vanish. That's not fair to the people who really support you. So you need to have the conversation. Sit down with your partner, your parents, your absolute closest friends, and tell them, look, I'm not happy with where I am, and for the next 6 months, I'm going into a hole to work. I'm not going to be at every party. I'm not going to be on the couch. You have to frame it as a short-term sacrifice for a much, much better life for all of you down the road. Now, when you do this, something really interesting happens. Your real supporters, they'll get it. But some people, they won't. These are the anchors. They're the ones who hit you with, man, you've changed, or you're no fun anymore. You have to see them for what they are, an anchor tied to your old life. And for this season, you have to be willing to cut the rope, because make no mistake, they will hold you back. Next up, tactical gear. Your phone is a slot machine. It was literally engineered by geniuses to steal your attention. So do not use it for your work sprints. Go on Amazon, spend $5, and buy a cheap, simple kitchen timer. It does one thing, and it does it perfectly with zero distractions. This brings us to the absolute core of the protocol, the 4-hour ghost block. Every single day, your mission is to find 4 hours of pure, uninterrupted work time. You pick one high-value skill, and be specific. Not just sales, but mastering cold email outreach. Not just coding, but building a functional one-page website for a client. And then you execute. This isn't your time for planning or endless research. It is time for doing. So why is execution so damn important? It's because of this one critical principle. Volume negates luck. We're not going to sit around and wait to get lucky. No, we are going to put in so much work, so much volume, that success becomes a statistical probability. And this just illustrates the point perfectly. Just look at these numbers. Let's say your skill is sending messages to potential clients. On day 1, you send 40. What's the result? You're just learning. You're probably getting rejected a lot. It feels like you're failing. But now, look at the next column. Over 180 days, that's 6 months, that same daily action adds up to 7,200 messages sent. You are no longer just learning. With that kind of insane volume, you are winning. It's almost inevitable. And you have to burn this mindset into your brain. With this protocol, you literally cannot lose. Every rejection, every single no, isn't a failure. It's a rep. It's experience. It's data. You either win or you learn. The only possible way to truly lose is to just stop sending the messages. Now, I keep calling this a season for a reason, because seasons change. This is not a life sentence of grinding forever. This is a temporary, focused sacrifice for a permanent upgrade to your life. So after all the work is done, what does the payoff actually look like? This timeline kind of shows the whole journey. Right now, you might feel like you're drowning, but in just 6 months of ghost mode, you'll be building, you'll have momentum, a new skill, probably a side income. And in 3 years, after you stack a few more of these focus seasons, you could be in a completely different tax bracket, a different zip code. You could be winning totally on your own terms. And maybe the best part of all this is that the struggle, this hard work you're doing alone when nobody is watching, that becomes your story. It becomes the sermon you can preach one day to help someone else climb out of their own hole. But first, you have to live that story. And that story starts today. So here's your homework. 3 simple steps to make this real. 1, look at your screen time and acknowledge it. 2, schedule the conversation with the people who matter. 3, buy that kitchen timer. Do it today. Let's just be crystal clear about one last thing. There's no magic pill. There's no lottery ticket showing up in the mail. There is no luck coming to save you. There is only the work. Your choice, your action. Every great story has that chapter where the hero has to go away into the wilderness to do the hard work all alone. Your story is no different. It requires a hero. So the only question left is, are you ready to disappear?